Farmstead Bakery in St. George had only been open for 7 months when we first stopped by the OG location just off Main Street. It was a simple concept, founded on providing the most delicious savory and sweet treats baked in-house from scratch every single day. Front and center was a single case lined with delectable pastries, sandwiches, freshly baked breads and baguettes, and thoughtful takes on traditional favorites, all inspired by the classic French bakery. And wow, was there ever a demand? There was a line out the door, adoring fans traveling from all over the state who simply couldn't get enough. Founded by two Chris's, it really began with a craving for community, built around good food, a place to gather, and great people. And it didn't take long for that idea to take hold. The original location quickly outgrew its design, expanding its case, its offerings, and eventually its footprint, evolving into something much bigger and re-emerging with a brand new name, Bonrue Bakery. What started as a cutting board full of triple-baked croissants, European-style sandos, and grandma-style focaccia pizza has since grown into 3 Southern Utah locations, a coffee operation roasting in-house, and a full-scale production warehouse in Leeds. Inside that warehouse, a team of talented collaborators works around the clock, carefully crafting each component to keep up with the demand, without sacrificing quality. And you may be hearing it here first, but that growth isn't slowing down. With several storefronts set to open in northern Utah, the question becomes even more important. How do you scale something built on handcrafted attention to detail without losing the very things that make it so special? We're going inside the warehouse at Bonrue Bakery to meet the people behind the process and see how this Southern Utah-inspired bakery is building something much bigger than just great food. This week on Taste Utah. Before the expansion, before the warehouse, before the new name, this all started with a small bakery called Farmstead. The intention was simple: fresh pastries and a space the community could rely on every single day. And from the very beginning, it was clear they had created something special. What started as a place to grab coffee and a croissant quickly became something much bigger. And that growth is what led them to where they are today, which of course in any restaurant or bakery always begins in the kitchen.
Oh, look at those. Those are amazing.
Triple baked almond croissants.
Triple baked. Tell me about that.
So we're gonna take these out. Now these have just been baked for the third time.
So you cut them in half, you put the almond paste in there, bake them again.
Bake them again.
And then
put them back together.
Okay.
And then bake them one
more time.
Yep.
Oh,
and now
so yum.
we kind of give them a dusting.
Okay.
So put these on the board for you.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do it, and then you could probably do it better than I can, but you just kind of give it a little.
Oh, gorgeous. That's the finishing touch. Just like
there you go.
Okay, here we go.
Well, I've owned restaurants for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
And I wanted to open up a bakery, and I said, you know what, I'm going to take a week-long class at the San Francisco Baking Institute, which is like world-renowned. And at the end of the class, I asked the instructor, like, hey, where am I as far as being, a baker?
Yeah.
And she's like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, you're probably a 1 or a 2.
Oh.
And that's when I knew, like,
Yeah.
I'm in operations.
Yeah.
I knew I was in operations from the get-go. But taking courses like that, classes like that, really teach you so much about the chemistry too,
Totally.
about baking bread.
When you're doing the right thing, when you're radiating positivity, good vibes, the whole thing, you just attract those kinds of people, and they want to sing your praises, and they are, and this has just been a phenomenal experience. So just thank you so much.
You want to eat one of these?
I mean, yes, please.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's tear them open.
Oh my gosh.
Chris, I can't believe it's been only 4 or 5 years since we sat down
Yeah.
at
Farmstead,
Yep.
your original location before even the renovations. We were at a little table right next to your bakery case at the time, which was a lot smaller than it is now.
Yes.
And you presented this beautiful tray of pastries. And it looks like we've outgrown the tray
We
of
started
pastries.
with maybe a tray this big.
Yep, totally.
And now
You're presenting
we've gone
me
to
a
this.
table.
Yeah, so open face blueberry croissant,
Oh, I love
open
it.
face strawberry croissant.
Okay.
We have a tabernacle croissant, so that's vanilla pastry cream. That's a little bit of brown sugar on top. It's baked twice.
That's
This
so
is
good.
our best-selling item. It's our Queen Amman. So this is a chocolate-filled croissant. It's a bicolor croissant.
It's like the
Show
inside,
me
yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is our guava cheese Danish. This is actually, we started this one off and we only made probably 6 a day for each
They're
location.
so pretty.
Our traditional croissant.
Yeah, all of that beautiful lamination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our chocolate croissant, ham and cheese, our herb cheese and tomato croissant, our cinnamon roll, that's made with croissant dough, our triple baked chocolate croissant, cheese Danish, which was my first love, s'mores cookie, that is a pistachio cronut, mixed berry cronut, Boston cream, apple pie, mixed berry, and then coconut cream. This is a fruit tart. This is a chocolate mousse. This is a lemon bread. This is a banana bread. I love the banana bread with a cup of coffee. Blueberry coffee cake.
Yum.
Chocolate sprinkles, that's really popular with the kids. Triple baked almond croissant. Pistachio blackberry tart. We have a lemon bar. Our carrot cake, that's a day one item. Banana tart, brownie. This is a vanilla filled, that's a vanilla filled cronut, and that's a sugar cronut. That's an old fashioned donut.
Yes.
Cherry pie, chocolate cake, that's an OG item. And then we go back to the pies.
It is unbelievable.
Yeah, and when you visited 4 years ago,
Yeah.
we actually remodeled that location.
Yes.
Too, to make room for even more.
Yeah, there's
more
like
production.
no indoor, like the little bench that we sat
Yeah.
at, that is all gone. 'Cause
That's all
you
gone.
Had like coffee and then so much more in the.
Yeah, so
the
the
cases.
entire coffee production changed, and so we restructured the front of house.
Okay.
We changed the way we baked, the hours that we baked, and then we just kept growing and growing and growing.
So from one location, had to remodel it to make it bigger,
Yes.
to create more space for the goods, less space for the customer. They could grab and go or sit outside.
Yep.
And then now you are 4 locations?
So we're 3 locations and a coffee shop.
Yes, okay,
FS
okay,
Coffee.
officially,
So
yeah.
the coffee shop roasts all of our coffee for Farmstead.
It's so cool.
What was Farmstead.
Was Farmstead,
Yep.
and is now presented in front of us as Bonrue.
Bonrue.
We have to talk about the name change just because
Sure.
Farmstead, notorious in southern Utah
Yeah.
for baked goods.
Yep.
Bonrue, same great baked goods, just a different name.
Just a different name.
Am I saying it correctly?
Bonrue, yep.
What does it mean? How'd you land on it?
So it's a rough saying. It's bon meaning good,
Okay.
rue meaning street or avenue. So what we wanted to do, going back to our community,
Yeah.
right? We wanted to basically give a rough saying of like a good way, a good place. So that's where we came up with Bonrue.
I love it.
Yeah.
Good street, good way bakery. I mean, that really is like, it really is indicative of what it is you're doing and who you are and wanting to be a beacon for community. So like to pave the way of, you know, you're having a bad day, come to the bakery, like you will find something to cheer you up. Or if you're already happy, you're gonna be that much more happy because
Yes.
you're going to find people and food and community and feel like you are included and belong.
For us, consistency was the key. If we decided to grow Bonrue to other locations, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations, we knew at every location we had to have a baker.
Yeah.
We had to have a pastry chef.
Yes.
We had to have all these different talented individuals. And so we said, why don't we do a central warehouse, a baking warehouse, where we could actually bake and control our consistency in one location. We have one executive baker, we have one executive pastry chef, and then we actually take this product
Okay.
to each retail location.
It's so smart. I mean, it really is like a symphony in here. It's well orchestrated,
Yeah.
so to speak.
you have all of these stations that are doing all these novel, very impactful things for your finished product, but it's not all happening at once. It's happening incrementally in stages.
We have, technically we have 2 shifts.
Okay.
Usually it's 6 to 2, and then we'll have a 2 to 10 shift.
Okay.
And that 2 to 10 shift will actually do all the finished product. And I'll give you an example.
Yeah, please.
So this chocolate croissant, the bicolor
Beautiful.
chocolate croissant, in the morning time it's baked.
Yeah.
And at nighttime it's finished. So we put the filling in it at
I love it.
and then we decorate it at nighttime as well.
Because you're making the dough, and then you're laminating the dough.
Yes.
And then you have to allow the dough to bake in the oven. You can't fill this incredibly decadent chocolate cream.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
It takes a ton of time. And it takes not only time, but it takes talent. The culinary schools that are down here aren't necessarily specialized in what we're doing.
And pastry.
So what we need to do is specialize in developing people.
Oh,
and so
I love
that's
that.
that's what we're currently into, is developing a team. Developing a team not only that could help us here in southern Utah, but help us with our growth in northern Utah.
What began as a small neighborhood bakery has grown into a multi-location operation. But getting here wasn't just about making more pastries. It meant building a team, creating systems, and finding the right partners to support that growth. Now, Bonrue Bakery is taking the next step, expanding beyond southern Utah while staying committed to the same quality and experience that built their reputation in the first place.
We want to make sure we concentrate on consistency.
Yes.
Our consistent product. Every location should receive the same consistent product. I mean, when we look at, our croissants
Yes.
need good lamination.
Look at all of that,
Right.
just beautiful
So
buttery
our croissants
bubbles.
need good, and this has to be the same at every location.
Yes.
Our speed of service, so you could get in and out of a Bonrue
Yeah.
very quickly. So we want to concentrate on that.
I love that.
Developing our
Yes.
team. And then our overall customer service is without a doubt the most important thing that we need to do. We need to make sure that our guests feel valued and the same feeling that they have since day one.
And that's huge because, as I say, you're super popular. I mean, I've never been into a Bonrue when there wasn't a line, but the line moves so efficiently and effortless. And one of my favorite things about the way you design your cases is that the line congregates sort of down the case. So
Yes.
you're looking at kind of like deciding what you want while you're waiting.
And our menu is our display case.
Yes.
So a lot of the times when people come in and we know that they're there for the first time, they'll walk in the door and just look, and there's no menu.
Yeah.
Right? So they're a little confused, and that's a good telltale sign for us to
Yeah.
say, hey, this is a brand new customer. We go out, we greet them.
Yeah.
And we say, okay, this is, our sandwiches, our salads, our cakes, pies, tarts, our pastry, and then this is our George breakfast sandwich, and this is our best-selling sandwich. And then once they understand
Yes.
and how quickly they could go in and out and fill up that box, then they're hooked.
You have just partnered with Savory. Tell us a little bit about that.
We came out from Las Vegas. My family and I came out to Las Vegas from Las Vegas in 2020.
Yes.
We funded everything ourselves, myself and my business partner, who is here on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
He's a little shy, so he's behind the scenes.
Yeah,
type of
no,
thing.
yeah.
But we've self-funded everything.
Yeah.
So sooner or later, as you expand, you're going to run out of money or need money at
Yes.
some point. And that's when Savory came in and said, hey, we'll help you grow.
Yes.
You don't need to worry about these things. Why don't you just worry about the consistency of the product and how great we can make this product?
Yes.
And that's where that relationship is just going to flourish
Yeah.
with us expanding in northern Utah and beyond. When our first meeting took place with Savory, it was like, I was in awe. They knew everything. They knew the answers to all my questions. And I didn't know a whole lot of answers to their questions.
Right.
But they're here to support us and for us to kind of lead the way in the direction of the way our company goes.
So they saw you were doing a really good thing. They saw the potential to offer that good thing to lots of people, and they came to you and said, hey, we want to help.
Yes, I mean, and first and foremost, the product has to be great.
Yes.
Right? Our systems have to be good.
Yes.
The people that we hire have to be good. And those are the things that attracted Savory to us, and the things that attracted us to Savory
Yes.
were what I just mentioned. I mean, they just know what they're doing.
These types of relationships are so important in the restaurant industry and business in general, but restaurants in particular, because it's a difficult industry and there's low profit margin.
Yes.
And when something is so good and all you want to do is share it, which really has been your MO from the beginning, it's helpful to have people who understand the quality, consistency, and say, listen, you're doing incredible work and we want to participate and collaborate in helping you to be able to continue to cultivate what have you've created and then create community almost anywhere. You really are so wonderful at calling in community. Of course, not just the customer, but people that work for you. And so you are developing as much flavor, texture, and nuance and layers within all of this food. You're doing
Sure.
the same thing within your team and
Sure.
creating incredible pockets of infrastructure for people to be able to showcase the things they do really well.
Well, one of the things that we concentrate on in our company is invest in your community.
Yeah.
I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment up above what was Farmstead
Yes.
for 2 years. Our first 2 years we were there. I was there with my family,
Yeah.
and I would just walk downstairs, and it was, to me, it's still all about community. Like, how can we change our community for the positive?
Yes.
And I think having a bakery really changes the community as like almost like a more of a foodie culture. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
absolutely.
And there's something that can be said for someone who comes down to our bakery from those apartments above or from the surrounding neighborhood, comes in and gets a croissant and a coffee.
Yes.
They know the entire staff, and they just make, they're there 4 or 5 days a week, croissant and a coffee.
Yes.
And we're just part of that. We always use that phrase, the third space.
Yeah, third spaces are huge. They're so important
They're
in our
huge.
communities.
But what we want to do is create a third space that not only, some of that is almost like manufactured a little bit too much. We want to be sincere about the way we go about helping people in our community and investing in our community. And that's one of our core things with Bonrue.
At the end of the day, the heart of hospitality always comes down to one thing: the food. From laminated croissants to filled donuts and house-made pastries, every item offered at Bonrue Bakery is built on the same commitment to quality and guest experience that started from day one. From kneading and shaping baguettes to whipping pastry cream, triple baking almond croissants, and hand dipping the chocolate s'mores cookie, it's the love and care that every baker pours into the process that truly makes all the difference. And you know how much we love to experience and to show you that firsthand.
Have a ton of really talented team members. Will you walk us through? You're telling me about your kitchen manager and Alec, who helped me make the baguette.
Yeah, so Alec's been with us for several years now. He's under Ben Garcia.
Okay.
Ben Garcia is our head baker.
Okay.
Ben Garcia was with Thomas Keller for 12 years at a restaurant called Bouchon in Las Vegas.
Okay.
He was our hire number one. He was our first employee we hired.
Amazing.
Actually, our executive chef at the time, our head chef and co-founder at the time, Chris Herron,
Yes.
who passed away several years ago.
Yeah.
He brought Ben with him. He said, I have one
Wow.
person I want to bring with me, and it was Chef Ben.
Because Chris saw the vision right away, right?
Chris saw the vision, and Chris was such a insanely talented person,
Yes.
and just a beautiful person all around. I just received an email from someone who met Chris three and a half years ago, and she said, hey, I met this baker. He was the head baker, and he got me into Per Se in New York because he made a couple calls, and she was a foodie and stuff like that, but she just recently found out about the news with Chris, and she just wrote, and he wrote her a handwritten note.
Yeah.
And it's something that we're actually going to continue here at Bonrue, is writing handwritten notes to our VIPs and our catering customers and the people who come in and invest not only their money, but their time. I mean, you have a choice to go to so many different restaurants and bakeries and things like that. And it's what puts us apart from the rest.
Yeah.
And it's carrying out Chris's vision and getting people who will help carry out that vision, like Chef Marie. Chef Marie, you know, she was Gordon Ramsay's executive pastry chef, and she I don't know if she would have come along if she didn't see the vision of where we would be in 5 years, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, she's insanely talented.
Yes.
So it's her and Ben that have been the drivers of development for future employees. And now we have 7 or 8 people that are actually going to go up to Salt Lake City and get us started in Salt Lake City from St. George. They're going to move up there, which is a huge investment on our end, but it's great for the communities up there because we aren't going to miss a beat.
Okay.
They're going to know how to do the lamination. They're going to know how to fill the donuts. They're going to know how to do the s'mores cookie. I mean, look at this thing.
Chris, this has just been such an adventure. I loved baking the baguettes. I love getting, you know me, I love getting in the kitchen and really like seeing where the magic happens. Your people are so special. Your food is unparalleled. It's so exceptional. Who you are and what you've created, and even Chris, who has left us a legacy of love and kindness. It's so phenomenal. We are so proud of you, and I'm so proud to have you as a part of our Utah restaurant community, and to watch your growth in Utah is fabulous, and I can't wait until like the entire country gets to taste, and maybe even like internationally, depending on where your vision is. All of the goodness that
Thank you,
guys
Katy.
are all
well,
cooking
first,
up here.
thank you for everything you do too. So I truly appreciate, and I'm absolutely humbled by when you come here and do a segment. So I truly appreciate everything you do. Our goal is to become the best bakery in the state, and then the goal after that is the best bakery in the country. So I think we have the talent, and we started here in little old St. George.
Yeah.
You know, so I think the story would be a good one.
Cheers.
Cheers.